All right, so I want all of you to open your chat section wherein I have pasted few links. So first two links are of syllabus link here. So you can pick up as per your grade. Moving forward, you got a payment link wherein if you have not enrolled yet, no need to worry. You can click on this link and we'll see you in the classes. We're always welcome to take up the feedback. You just need to fill up this form and we'll receive it. Of course, you have complete right to know about in detail about your particular batch. So fill up this, you can check on this link. In case you have any further queries, you can always email us at support@olympiadsuccess.com or you can drop us a WhatsApp message on these two particular numbers. Yes, you can watch this demo, which will be live on the Facebook. So in case you find an internet glitch and you will not be able to join us back by Zoom, no need to worry. You can watch this demo, which will be live on the Facebook. All right. So now would like to invite, so we got a favorite topic from Kian. It's coding, decoding. Nice. What about others? Okay, any of you, do you know what is reasoning? I know your mentor will also be going to ask you this question, but I wanted to give a kickstart for this. Mention if you know about reasoning, yes. If not, then mention no. Along with that, mention from which grade you are in. Are you from grade 3 or 4? Hurry up.
Coding, decoding, puzzle. Okay. So Arav is from grade 3. Kayan is from grade 3. Devanshi is from grade 4. And what's your favorite topic, Devanshi? Avya, Eva, Shivaira.
All right. So now would like to invite your mentor at the platform. I think we got a pretty good answers about your favorite topic. So let's see what your mentor has decided for you and which one is your favorite topic. So I would like to invite your mentor. Her name is Miss Chandani. She is a wonderful mentor. Her classes are very engaging and interesting and of course, full of productive sessions for you. So I hope you'll be going to learn something very good from her. And over to you, Chandana.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And hi, my dear students. My name is Chandani, and I have teaching experience for quite some years now. I teach small students like you, and I also teach students older than you. Okay. And I heard, ma'am, she was asking you what is reasoning, logical reasoning, and some of you have answered that your favorite topic is coding, decoding, puzzle also. Some of you are even asking, is it logical maths? Everyday mathematics. Okay. So today, if you have appeared for Olympiads, you will know what is logical reasoning, right? And even if you don't know, we are going to talk about it. And I'm very sure that you are going to like our today's demo because I will be asking you questions. You are free to answer it in the chat box. And you can even ask me some questions, right? So I think it's going to be really fun. And so we'll soon start with the questions. And yeah. So let's have a quick, she will tell you, ma'am will tell you about how your classes are going to be and everything. She will tell you everything and then we'll start with the question. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So now Megha ma'am will be going to show you presentation. So I want you to be very, very attentive throughout the session. Okay.
All right, kids. So I welcome you all on the platform of Olympiad Success. So Olympiad Success is the India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad examination. India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad preparation, one of its kind yearly program that includes courses that matters. We are having 8 courses: School Plus program, mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken and written, Vedic maths and coding. What else we provide? We provide one-on-one online for various grades for grade 2 to grade 12 and one preparation classes for various Olympiads. You can meet our rank holders. These are kids like you only, no need to worry. You need to spare only 2 hours extra from your regular studies because Olympiad examination is quite little tougher than the regular examination. We are having a live Olympiad session, group session with around 20 students delivered through Zoom by tutors with significant teaching experience. We are having 3 sessions per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 6:30 p.m. till 7:45 p.m. IST with 5 minutes of break. This session includes a mix of theory, practice question, doubt session, discussion on previous year papers. Student will also get a reading material and practice question which will be available on the dashboard of Olympiad Success. Student will get free access to Olympiad Success platform to practice the topic like mock test. So syllabus is available on these two particular link for grade 3 and grade 4, and the fee of this course is rupees 5,576 rupees. It is a 25 session course and payment can be made by using this link. These fees include online class, daily reading notes and exercise, practice of previous year papers, and access to Olympiad Success platform. So what all required? A laptop or desktop with good internet speed, laptop or desktop with camera, and headphones for the better audio clarity. Live classes will be starting from 25th of April 2025. In 2024, Olympiad Success has students from more than 5,000 schools across India and abroad. So this is all about PPT. I hope I'm clear, everyone. All right, over to you, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me share my screen once again with you all and we'll check how you can have access of your material. Okay, for that, what you have to enter? You have to enter this URL olympiadsuccess.com. Here you'll be going to enter your user details with which you will register with us. Okay, so as of now, I'm entering with one of our demo account. Sign in. After signing in, you'll get your profile details. I want you to check it clearly in case you find any error, you can update your profile. Click on live classes, wherein you'll be going to get your entire material. Select your subject over here, and of course, topic. So we got a coding and decoding. So here is the schedule which will begin, which will give you clarity in which session you're going for which particular topic. So after completion of every topic, there's a discussion day also for you. So you can bring in your doubts to your mentor, right? So after completing your test. So in last, there'll be super classes. So you can see as Olympiads are primarily meant for more and more practice. So in super classes, you'll be able to cover previous year papers, right? Holiday calendar for your reference, of course. We don't want you to miss any of the session because we do have festival holidays. Here is the reading material. So each and every PDF is downloadable. You can click on download PDF and you can do it. So you can see the material and you can practice it well. So you can see the topic is given in detail completely. So here are the practice questions. So there are answer keys also of these questions, but I recommend you to download the papers, solve it, and then check your answer keys, okay? Because if you will be loyal with you, then only you'll be going to achieve good scores. So here is the answer keys. Okay, so later on you can check how you have performed. So yes, that's pretty much about it. Now we are open to take a QA round. If anybody is having any doubt, needed a clarity, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer your queries. If not, then we will be having a question for you. Everybody is clear? In doubt? Shivarya, Arav, Eva, please turn on the camera. We don't allow students to set the camera off because it's a virtual session and we want you to practice with. Good. Shivarya, Eva. It's Shiva Arya, right? Ira. Shiv Ira. Any doubt? Needed a clarity? If not, then show me thumbs up on the screen. Digital thumbs up will also work because we are in technology world. No doubt? Thumbs up. This is called a thumbs up. Okay, great. So what are your class days and timings? Quickly type it in the chat box. Can we choose more than one topic that you can discuss it with your mentor? Means choosing for what? For demo or for what? Please specify your question. So the timing is wrong, which Arav you have mentioned. So Mega Ma'am is going to drop class days and timing. So I want you to check it over there and note it down somewhere that you should not get confused. So you can see class days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Class timing will be 6:30 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. Okay, so it is 75 minutes session with 5 minutes of breaks. Okay, so here we go with the links, and now we are good to go for the demo. So over to you, Chandni ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So all of you, let's start with the interesting part for today. I think all of you were waiting since then and you were all very patient about it. So here you go on my screen. I hope it is visible to all of you. Please let me know if it is not visible, right? As you can see on the screen, it mentions logical reasoning. That's what the question ma'am asked you earlier. So now would any one of you would like to answer? What is logical reasoning? And you can see we have, we have a picture also over here. It's not just for sake of showing you, but you can also take that as a reference to answer this question. What is logical reasoning? Okay, so let's talk about reason, right? If I asked you why you didn't come to school yesterday, which means I'm asking you for a reason for what happened, right? Why it happened, how it happened. So reasoning means we have to reason it out. And logical means for any question you have to where you have to have some logics before answering the question, right? Because if you have appeared for Olympiad, first of all, I would need to know from rest of you, I mean, all of you, have you appeared for Olympiad, anyone? Okay, question of mixed subjects which has a logic or reason. Yes, you are right. It must have a logic or reason. But I want to know if you have appeared for Olympiads yet. Anyone? Maths Olympiad, Science Olympiad, English Olympiad maybe, or SST Olympiads are also there. Even computer Olympiads are also there. Has anyone of you appeared for Olympiads? Okay. So if you have not, you need to appear for Olympiad because you see our daily, I mean your school studies, your academic things, everyone in your school must be doing the same thing. They all are reading the same book, they all are learning the same thing, right? So if we have to make our own, if you want to stand front in the line, or if you want to stand out, you need to have something unique from others. That's with what makes us different, right? So Olympiad is something which you have to give in order to stand out. Because in Olympiads, you will use your brain. You will think before answering the question. The logical reasoning is where you need to have some logic before answering the question. You don't have to memorize anything. You do not have to, keep things in mind. You can on spot use your brain and you can on spot give the answer to the question. And all of us, we have our own skills of logical reasoning. All of you, right? So let us start with it. We are not taking any specific question here, topic here, but we are going to take up a mixed of the other topics, like one of you already said. So the topic that we are going to be covering today is diagram-based questions, analogy-based questions, find the odd one out, sequence-based questions, mirror images, meaningful word-based questions, and the chocolate question. Let's talk about diagram-based questions first of all. And this is our diagram-based question, right? Which of the following option will complete the pattern in figure X? Now, there is something which you need to know before answering this question, before answering any question, right? So when we do logical reasoning, don't dive in answering the question. Don't look at the option. Before, look at the question first. Don't look at the options, what I should choose, right? Instead, just read the question first, comprehend it, understand that, then only you should dive in finding the answer. For the particular figure which is given over here, we need to find the missing part. You can see both the left and right hand side are same. If I divide this figure in 4 parts, the left and right parts are same. It is although not symmetrical, meaning the bottom ones are not similar as the top ones, right? And so if the left and right parts are exactly same, the bottom two also should be exactly same. And I see some of you are already answering in the chat box. Let me see. Okay. Some of you earlier answered D, gold medal too. Oh my God, Devanshi is a medalist also, gold medalist she is. She has got twice gold medal in English. That's great, Devanshi. That's actually very awesome. And not only that, Arav also has received gold medal in second standard. That's good to hear. I'm so glad to hear that. That all of you gold medalists are here. Okay. So your answer is going to be, of course, option A, because that's what is similar with the given part over here. So absolutely correct. Now let's look at the explanation. Here we need to find out the similarity between the left and right hand side. That's what you have to do also. We need exactly similar image, mirror image as in the left hand side. So yes, option A is your correct answer. Again, moving on to the another type of question. So the questions which I have picked today are different examples or different topics of logical reasoning. Now this question is from some other topic, right? Where you have to find out in the options this figure X. This figure X is exactly embedded in as one of its part. In which of these options do you see figure X embedded, which means it is a part of any of these options, right? So you should focus on the shape of this figure and then look it out in the other option, in the options given to you. Okay, I see some of you are already answering in the chat box. B, everyone is giving the answer option B. Rest of you also. I'm waiting for the answer. Gurjinder, where is your answer? Write it in the chat box, please. I see you're just looking at the camera. Don't do that. Participate. You have to answer in the chat box. To be a good student, you have to be a good listener. Don't look at here and there. Okay, look at here in the question. Look at the question and find the answer. Okay, Gurjinder is also saying it's option 2. So let's look at the explanation. And absolutely, yes, you're right. Embedded figure are the figures hidden inside another figure, right? In other words, a figure X is said to be embedded inside figure Y. If figure Y contains figure X in it, we must basically understand the structure of the given question figure, right? So to find out the answer, what we need to do? What we need to do is to look at the given figure X, whatever figure in the question is given to us, we have to look at that very carefully. Because sometimes what they will do is to confuse you. They will give some slanted line, they will give some line on one side, they will not give it on the left hand side, right hand side, right? So to confuse you always, the question setter, they do that. Okay. So that was your second question. Now we are moving to our next question, which is analogy based question. So first of all, I would want to know from rest of you, I mean all of you, what is analogy? So in logical reasoning, we have two things. One is verbal analogy and the other is non-verbal analogy. This is verbal analogy. Why? Because we have the numbers, we have the words given. Non-verbal analogy is where, a non-verbal reasoning is where the pictures are given to us, right? This is verbal analogy, where this is to, this is as we say, this is to, right? These two dots are colon also. You say that in English, we say that in grammar, but here we will read it as is to. So if G is to 7, the same relation should be following for the right hand side. Okay. So find out the relation here between G and 7 first of all. Use the same logic to answer the question. Something, yes, absolutely, Devanshi, you're right. Something similar. Kayan has already given the answer. Option 2. So this is verbal reasoning. Along with that, there is one more topic in logical reasoning, which is dictionary order. This is also a part of dictionary order. Why? Because if you know that G is the 7th letter of this, like the serial number of G in our alphabet is 7, right? So that's the logic. We have just written the serial number of G, 7. We will do the same thing for W. So can you tell me what is the serial number for W? Okay, Shivaira is also saying option 2. Yes, it will be option 2. Shall I tell you one trick to remember the serial number of the letters of the alphabets? I'll tell you one, right? So suppose V, W, and X. These are the few last letters of our alphabet. So they should be having their serial number in 20s, right? Let's write 2 for all of these first of all. Now you see one thing. V has 2 spikes over here. So 22 for V it is. W has 3 spikes over here, like the pointed ends, right? So that is why 23 for W. And for X, you can see there are 4 spikes over here. So that is why 24 for X. That's one thing, it is called as mnemonics, right? So when we study something, right, whether you are learning in school, your academic things or logical reasoning, or you're preparing for any Olympiad competition, we need to adapt our own strategies. Okay, we need to adapt our own strategies. You need to learn how to train your brain. So absolutely right, all of you already gave the answer. So here you can see from the table, you can note that the value G is 7. Similarly, the value for W is 23. But we have a trick to remember, which I already told you. You can see, you can take G as this also. So G, we write it like this, right? If you extend the line more, you can give it a line over here. For G, you can remember it this way. It looks like 7, right? So this is another trick which you can use to remember the serial numbers. Because when you're answering these type of questions, these can be a little bit time taking. Even in coding, decoding also you can use it, right? So with one trick, you can solve many questions. Okay. So yes, of course, you are right. Absolutely. Moving on to the next question where you have to find the odd one out. This is also known as classification. Now, what does classification mean? Classification means categorizing. Suppose you are choosing any of these options as your odd one out. Let's say you are choosing B as your odd one out. That should also mean that A, I'm just telling the example. I'm not telling that the B is your answer, okay? So if suppose you are choosing B as your answer, whatever logic, suppose you have a logic, you can prove also why I chose B, right? But that also should mean that A, C, and D should belong to the same category. That's what classification says. Finding the odd one out does not only mean that this is the odd one out. It should also mean the rest of these options should be in the same category. They should be in the same classification, right? Now you can tell me the answer. Okay. I see all of you. Oh, okay. You are saying B only as the answer. You need to. Can you also write the logic behind it? Write your logic in the chat box. Mind it, I did not say that the B is the answer. The B's are distanced. Okay. So if I say no, B is not the answer, can you find out some other logic to do that? Change your perspective, then change your logic. That's not working. D is not your answer. Okay. Kayan is saying D. Kayan, you got to explain. Do you have an explanation? Tell me the logic. And there are 6 beads on each side of star. Okay, Shivaira, which option did you say? Okay, did you give answer for the explanation for that option D? Let's look at it. What is the actual explanation? So here it is. In figure 1, in the middle, we have a star, right? Like you said. So yes, we will concentrate, we will take the star as a reference. And we will count the beads on the left and right hand side. So if you had counted in figure 1, there were 8 stars to the left hand side and to the right hand side. So that makes up 16. So which means on both the sides, we had same number of the beads. In figure 2, that there was 6 beads to the left and to the right. That makes up to 12. For third one, we have 7 and 7, both the sides. But for the last one, yes, your answer is option D. But the logic is, we have 8 on the left, but on the right hand side, we have only 7. That makes option D as a different one, and that also makes these three in the same class. So that is why classification. Okay, so classification is not just for these type of question. You can also get words, right? You can also get, like, let's say I give you words like cat, dog, cow, and lion. So if you are saying lion is different, you need to have a logic why cat, dog, and cow should be in one class, right? So, and let's move on to the next question, which is from sequence. This is what dictionary order also means. This question is also known as attention to detail, where you have to pay attention, uttermost attention you have to pay in order to answer the question. Same number of beads, even number is the only answer. Same number of beads, even number, okay, is the only answer. See, D1 is the answer over here. Now, when you will give the answer in Olympiad, right, there are going to be different logics, which may not match with your answer in the exam, because the exam setter already has a logic in their mind. If it does not match with the logic in their mind, I mean, whatever option they have chosen, they will not take as your answer. But yeah, if you are taking B as your answer, you need to know, like I told you, you need to make these three in the same category and know that they will not give these very simple questions, right? Where you can just see and give the answer. Because this is logical reasoning. Okay, moving on to the next question. And this is your question, sequence-based questions. So like I told you, the logic, we still have a lot of tricks how you can memorize the serial number of alphabets. Yet another question is this. In the English alphabet, what will be the third letter to the left of 10th letter from the left? What will be the third letter to the left of 10th letter from the left? So first of all, what will you do? You have to find out the 10th letter from the left. So tell me, which is the 10th letter from the left? 10th letter from the left of the English alphabet. If you start from alphabet A, B, C, and D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Likewise, 10th letter will be J. Yeah, that would be J. So J is a 10th letter, and what do we have to tell? We have to tell the third to the left of J. Third to the left of J, meaning we have to go this side. So third letter meaning you have to just subtract 3 from it and 7. And 7 is for G, which we already discussed. And I see some of you have already answered it as C. Okay, so Kayan, was your answer option C, did you say? I think so. You have written C in the chat box. Okay, presuming that you wrote C for the correct option. So yeah, your answer is going to be G, and this is how you have to solve it. 10th from the left is J, and third to the left of G. So for this, what do we need to know? What is required? You need to know the left and right orientation very correctly. If you make mistake there, your answer will also change. And what they will do in questions in Olympiad, that they will give you the right side option also. Like suppose they asked you for the left side, they will give you the right side option also. So what will you do? You will mark your answer already the right side one instead of the left side one, right? So yeah, that was your answer, very correct. This I would say is a very easy question. Mirror image questions, right? Find the correct mirror image of figure X. Which is the correct mirror image of figure X, all of you? Your mirror is kept here to the right hand side. Eliminate out options. Okay, that's great. Good, Gurjinder. I can see your answer. Even Kayan also has answered. Avya also. So yes, of course, you are right. Of course, your answer is going to be option A. Another one. Meaningful word-based questions, right? Which of the following word cannot be made from the letter of the given words carpenter? So that's again very simple. You have to choose a word which does not have the same letter, which does not have the same letter as in carpenter. So look for a letter which is not present in carpenter, which cannot be made, because this is what you have to do, which cannot be made. Cannot be made from the letters of the given word carpenter. Yes, you're right, Sayan. And Devanshi also has given. Yeah, I can see your answer. Because I is not present in carpenter, so absolutely. Gurjinder, where is your answer? Okay, Arav also you're right. So that would be painter because I is not present in carpenter. Painter has I in it and which is not present in the given word carpenter. So yes, option C is the correct answer for us. Finally, we have reached to our chocolate question. So chocolate question is like easy question, right? And this is from numeric pattern. Numeric pattern is where you have to use our operations and the numbers will be given in serial. They will have some pattern in it in series, right? So understand one thing. If a series is given to you, the first thing that you have to see in it, whether the series is increasing, whether the numbers are increasing or decreasing. Now, if the numbers are increasing, right? If suppose A, B, C, D from left to right, if the numbers are increasing, can you tell me which operation will you use there if the numbers are increasing from left to right? From left to right direction? I think all of you know division as well. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Out of these four, which all operations will you use? Yes, you're right. Plus, you will also use multiplication. So if numbers increases in a series, you will check for addition and multiplication. Okay. And same thing, the opposite. If the numbers are decreasing from left to right, you will check for division or subtraction. Here we can see the numbers are increasing. What do we have to do? First of all, if the pattern continues in the same way, then what will be the next two numbers? These two. The numbers are decreasing over here. I can see that. So let's find out the pattern over here first of all. Can you tell me what is the pattern, all of you? Check. The numbers are decreasing. Check for division or subtraction. Doesn't look like division at all to me. Okay, all of you are already giving the answer. Okay, let's see that. Yeah, so the operation that we are using is subtraction, right? In this pattern, on moving from left to right, the value of the number is decreasing by 7. So the correct pattern is this. So the option C, which you said, 43 and 36 will be your correct answer. Absolutely correct. Yes, you're right, Avya and everyone. One more chocolate question. I will leave it on you. I will leave it on you. You can read and you can tell me. Choose the correct answer. I already gave you the idea, didn't I? Okay, I'll tell you. You can take reference from V, W, and X. Take something from these. V. What did I tell you? How to remember V? V has got two spikes. So 22 for V. And what is the serial number for B? 2. So 2 and 2 and V also has 22. This is a question of verbal reasoning again, verbal analogy. I can see the answers. Yes, you are right, of course. Absolutely correct. So if 22 is for B, 2 to B, and B also has 22, the serial number for A, 11, and 11. The 11th letter is K. So yes, our answer is going to be option 2. Relation between BB and V, B stands for 2 and BB stands for 22. In alphabet, the place value of V is 22. So try to establish the similar relationship. Again, verbal analogy it is where you have to find a similarity. A stands for 1 and double A will stands for double 1. In alphabet place, K is 11 and therefore K will be our answer, right? Let's have a quick recap. We saw a question related to diagram based. We saw a question related to analogy, verbal analogy. We learned about find the odd one out. We learned about sequence based questions, mirror images, and we talked about meaningful words based questions. And we also solved some chocolate questions. I hope all of you had a wonderful time solving the questions and conditioning your mind. Tell me any questions. Do you have any query? It was interesting. Good to know. I'm glad to know that, Devanshi. Anyone would like to say anything? Gurjinder, how did you like it? You understood everything? Yes, okay, but we saw only questions. Later on, we are going to see all the topics. We are going to see all the topics that are in reasoning, logical reasoning, right? These are only some exemplar questions. Gurjinder, any question? Did you understand? Write in the chat box. Arav, did you like it? Show me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Okay, I can see a thumbs up. So I hope all of you enjoyed it, and so yeah, see you again. That's all for our today's demo, all of you. We are going to meet soon. So bye bye, take care. You all of you may leave. Bye bye. See you. Take care. Bye bye.